I was watching a channel just a few minutes ago, and I saw where a woman was talking about how her main flow of comments in the discussion boards of her video were revolving around how she was abandoning society, sticking her head in the sand, rejecting civilization by moving out into the country, farming and ranching way off grid. And I could only think about how the reality is this is where we started. We were farmers and ranchers from long ago, or hunters even before that, when we didn't farm anything. And we started from somewhere. This isn't abandoning society, people. This is trying to become more at one with yourself, to be more at one with the earth, to try to figure out your spiritual personification, if you could say that. It is being at one with you and nature and doing the things that we as Wiccans, witches, shamans, druid, pagans in general, what we aspire to do. God, if I hadn't gone through everything I had in the past 10 years with cancer and the battle over what chemo and radiation did to me and all of that, I would so abandon society and move out into nature and farm and ranch and do all of the things that this lady was doing. Gen-xers, how we are trying to get back into the country, and well, that's where we started. And people want to bitch about that. Well, that's their prerogative. But where do your herbs come from? Where does, these people that would comment that on our discussion boards and our videos, they're the ones that when you ask them, where does your beef come from? Then they're going to come out with the answer, well, it's from the grocery store, of course. Which is kind of a ignorant answer and a quick go-to, maybe a lazy answer. Where the truth of the matter is beef comes from cattle. Beef comes from natural animals living on the land or being farmed by people out in the country, and etc. You know where it comes from. At least if you think deeply about it, right? Or should. And it really irks me. It pisses me off that people think so short-sightedly about all of this. And it's about the rat race. It's about money and funding and hustle and bustle and getting from point A to point B in a hurry. And then they reject the idea that there are people that choose not to live that way. People that actually work very hard. So nobody can say that Gen-xers that move to the country or abandon society by living out in the woods or raise or their crops or farm animals or whatever, nobody can say that these people are lazy because they actually work. It's that their home life and their business life are heavily enmeshed in together, because they start from the time they get up to the time they go to bed, and it's waking up, fixing breakfast for the entire family, serving breakfast around the table, sending the kids off to school, doing the laundry, cleaning the house, and then, and in between all of that, going out into the fields, hoeing and raking and digging into the garden ground to pull out roots of plants that don't belong, or root plants that you eat like potatoes, etc., carrots. These people, they're working very hard to get that shit to the store that we're actually eating. And so for people to make these kind of comments to her and try to run her channel by plaguing it with idiocies is beyond me. And yes, this is somewhat of a rant video, but it's not at the same time. It's really just because I know I'm talking to a bunch of pagans that believe in the same thing that I do and that this lady does. And that we need to be at one with the earth. We need to grow these plants, because if we don't, if somebody don't, then nobody will, right? I mean, that's just the real, honest, short answer of it. And so, more or less, whenever it comes down to it, we have to respect all of these people, because we as pagans are supposed to be that much at one with nature and the earth. And in all reality, it was meant that all of us as people, the whole society of people, civilization, is still supposed to be doing this, because, well, really, food's got to come from somewhere. And we're just already ravaging the earth and eating every kind of animal there is in existence, leaving nothing, for nature itself to actually thrive on. But yeah, it just got under my skin that she had to bring up this point. Really upsetting, that people are just that ignorant. Anyway, so tell me your thoughts about the matter. Tell me how you like to contribute to the earth, or what your favorite ideal is of those that do contribute to the earth, living in farms or in nature. How would you like to live there? And what is your dream retreat as far as being out in the woods and nature, should you be able to accomplish it? This is Lady Leeanna signing off for now. Take care of yourself, and brightest blessings.